Last e-content slide, I explained about the food chain and food web. In this, we shall discuss the ecological from its energy flow in an ecosystem. The basic process in trophic dynamics is the transfer of energy from one part of the ecosystem to the another. All life and all function within an ecosystem depend upon the utilization of solar radiation or solar energy. By the process of photosynthesis into the structure of living organism. They are the producer autotrophic plants or the producer organism. For photosynthesis, they synthesize complex organic substances from simple organic substances, inorganic substances. Although they spend a portion of this potential energy in catabolic process of their own. A great surplus of organic substance is accumulated. What is consumers? You know what is consumers? Animals and plants as consumers. They are exploit this potential energy, oxidizing a considerable portion of the consumed substance to release kinetic energy for metabolism. Rest of them are transferred into complex chemical substances of their own bodies. Decomposers and transformers. After death, every organism forms source of energy for saprophageous organism, which feed directly on their tissues, which may become the energy sources for consumers. Heterotrophic bacteria and fungi are representing the most important saprophageous consumption of energy, may be conveniently differentiated from animal consumers as specialized decomposers of organic substance. Certain bacteria further differentiated as transformers of organic and inorganic. The combined action of animal consumers and bacterial decomposers tends to dissipate the potential energy of organic substances, again transforming them into the inorganic state. From this inorganic state, the autotrophic plants may utilize the dissolved nutrients once more in resynthesizing complex organic substances, thus completing the food cycle. Eltonian pyramid. The general relationship of higher food cycle levels to one another and the community structure are greatly classified following the relationship of the size and the numbers in animals in the system. Beginning with the primary consumers of various sizes, there are a number of food chains radiating outwards, in which the probability is that predators will become successful enough. Parasites and hyperparasites progressively smaller than their host. The pyramid of numbers. Since small primary consumers can increase faster than larger secondary consumers and are so able to support the later, the animals at the base of the food chain are relatively abundant, while those towards the end are progressively fewer in number. The resulting arrangement of sizes and numbers of the animals termed the pyramid of numbers. Now it is called Eltonian pyramid or ecological pyramid. Producers supports a smaller number of herbivores, who then in turn support smaller number of predators, and support an even smaller number of predators of the predators. In other words, we can say larger organisms higher in food chains were less abundant than smaller ones lower down. It is explained by the and et al. This type of pyramid can have two different forms depending upon the number of organisms. One is upright pyramid of numbers. A number of organisms generally decreases from the bottom to top. Inverted pyramid of number in a tree ecosystem with the trees as the producers and the insect as the consumers. Pyramid of biomass. Elton also explained this under the biomass. The weight of all predators must always be much lower than that all the food animals, and the total weight of the latter much lower than the plant production. Usually, terrestrial ecosystems are characterized by great pyramid, the broad base of plants and subsequent consumers at the top. On the other hand, aquatic ecosystem are the complete opposite as they will assume the inverted structure of pyramid. This is because of the phytoplankton producers, because they are low biomass, are located at the base, while the consumers having large biomass are located at the top of the pyramid of energy. How the production is considered in terms of energy. Pyramid indicates not only the energy flow at the level, but more important, the actual role the various organisms play in transfer of energy. The transfer of energy is very important from the consumer, herbivorous to consumer level. The base upon which the pyramid energy is constructed in the quantity of organism produced per unit time, the rate of which food material passes through the food chain. Some organisms may have a small biomass, but the total energy they assimilate and pass on may be considerably greater than that of the organisms which are much larger biomass. Energy pyramids are always sloping because less energy is transferred from each level than was paid into it. In cases such as in open water communities, the producers have less bulk than consumers, but the energy they store and pass on must be greater than that of the mist level. Otherwise, the biomass that producers support could not be greater than that of the producers themselves. This high energy flow is maintained by the rapid turnover of individual plankton rather than an increase of total mass. However, the loss of energy progressively greater for the higher level in the food chain. Respiration with respect to the growth, 33% for the producers, 62% for the primary consumers, more than 100% for the secondary consumers. Upright and inverted pyramid, already we discussed. This is upright pyramid terrestrial ecosystem. The next one is the inverted pyramid marine ecosystem. Limitations of ecological pyramids. This type of ecological pyramids can be applicable in simple food chain and cannot be applied in food web. Sometimes they do not consider the presence of same species at different trophic levels. In addition, these pyramids provide any idea related to the temporal variation, that is like season, climate. Other organisms like microorganisms and fungi are not given specific role in pyramids, despite their vital role in the system.